EMbers, and welcome to part 13 of our Harvest Moon Back to Nature slow playthrough. And welcome to summer. So we are now in summer year 1. So we're going to check the weather tomorrow. And unfortunately it is a hurricane, which is not what you need. So this is actually our first hurricane of the playthrough. And you will see what happens as we go on. So we're going to do 5 days in this episode, which is a little bit longer than we usually do. So hopefully that's okay. It is opening day today at the beach. You'll just have to wait and see how that happened, or how I got on with that. So we're just checking our tools. We already did our setup, so... Oh no, we decided to change some bits. So, first day of summer, like I say, you can hear the new summer music, hopefully in the background. So this is our first speed up, where we plant our pineapple seeds. Now, should I have waited and planted these on the 3rd? Possibly, because there is a hurricane tomorrow and that does affect your crops. But we're just watering here. Gonna grab the honey. Now I will say the pineapple seeds take an incredibly long time to grow. We're just feeding the fish there. But when they do grow, they are well worth it. So we're going into the hen house now. We have 3 hens at the moment. Grab the egg for the harvest goddess. Now, there is something you can do when hurricanes happen. You can call on the harvest sprites to help take care of your animals. Unfortunately, I can't do that because it is a festival day, and so I can't go and see the harvest sprites. So on any other ordinary day, I would have gone to see the harvest sprites and got them to look after the animals for one day. That can help. Unfortunately, because it is a festival day today, we are unable to do that. I do apologise if you can hear any birds in the background. It adds to the ambience. So, as you can see, the new flowers for summer are pink cat flowers, and we have red grass instead of bluegrass. There's actually only 2 harvestables in the summer in terms of wild crops. So you have the red grass there, as you've just seen, and you also have a red grass up here. That's it. Which is a huge difference for... Oh, did I nearly make a mistake there? I was going to give that to the harvest goddess, but it's a festival day, so thank goodness that I didn't do that. Like I say, I do pre-record these, so I'm watching them afterward. And so I totally forget sometimes what I've already done. Yes, what was I saying? So it's nice and refreshing to have just 2 wild crops, even though it's no good for... obviously money, because when we get into fall, or autumn as I call it because I'm English, it's mad. It's absolutely mad in fall in this game. So we're going to check on the horse, and unfortunately he's not there. Now we do a little bit of a speed up here to try and get the horse into the stable, because of course it is a hurricane tomorrow, and we do fail in this regard. We just can't do it in time, and I don't want to miss the festival, so we leave the horse be for the moment. I've mentioned this many times in this playthrough, but it is infinitely easier to get the horse in that blooming stable when you can ride the thing. So I'm paranoid that we've missed the festival, messing about with the horse. And it might have been a better job if we had missed the festival, actually. So this is opening day, where you go swimming. We're just talking to everybody. And I've been playing this game since I was a child, and I cannot for the life of me do this festival. Now, I am trying to do an 100% playthrough here, so we do need to win this festival to get a power berry. And did I win this festival? I think it's fairly obvious from what I'm saying to you. I could have cheated. There is a feature on the PlayStation 5 called Rewind, where you can essentially cheat. You can rewind time, which I played this on the PlayStation 1, and then I played it on the PlayStation 3. The rewind feature is absolutely OP on the PlayStation 5, can we just say that? But I do not cheat, I show you things the way that they are done. I'm getting stuck on an umbrella, look. Everything's going wrong. I won't cheat in this playthrough, I promise you that. I won't use the rewind feature. If mistakes are made, and we just roll with them. So could I have tried this festival 5 or 6 times before I won? Yes, I could. Could I have lied to you and told you that I won it first time? Yes, I could. Have I done that? No, because I do want to be honest. It's a pet peeve of mine because I love watching gameplay videos where you can sometimes tell that somebody hasn't done something first time, but they try to act like they did. I don't like that. I like being honest, the whole point of playing. So I try to give her the flower and I can't, unfortunately. But the whole point of playing for me is mistakes and all. Do you know what I mean? Now, fun fact while we're here on the swimming festival, I'm not a very strong swimmer at all, so I can keep myself afloat. I can swim, but I can't swim very well at all. So we decided to be a bit cheeky here. We've got another speed up, and as time has stopped because it's a festival, we decided to do some fishing. It's a really good idea because I say time has stopped. So we're being a little bit cheeky here. I bet everybody else at the festival is thinking, what are you doing? What is going on? We're doing a bit of fishing. So yes, I did decide to speed this up for you guys. And unfortunately, we didn't catch any fish, just rubbish. So let's go ahead and start this festival. Let's see what happens. So the mayor is about to tell you how to actually do it. I honestly have no idea why I struggle so much with this one. I always have. I don't know why, I really don't. But I've always struggled with this one. And it's quite ironic that it's a swimming festival because I'm not a strong swimmer myself, so it's quite funny. This is also one of the only times, I believe, that you see your character in a different outfit. So he is, of course, in his swimming trunks, as is everybody else. Well, all the guys that are participating anyway. May I ask why it's just men swimming as well? I'm not sure about that. Now, Kai is your competition here, the guy with the purple bandana. And we're off. And I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, I think I'm doing well, but no, for some reason, I cannot do this one. I really can't. So we did come in second, but we didn't win. Poor Jeff. So that sucks, it really does. You know, that's not ideal, like I say. If you win the festival, spoiler alert, you do get a power berry. So if you guys are still with me for next summer, because we are obviously playing this for the 3 years, we'll see how we do next summer. But obviously that's going to take a while. So hopefully we win it next summer. We're going to have to wait and see. Hopefully you guys stick around for that long. I do apologise if these are boring. You can't really do too much with this game, but I really enjoy it. I think it's so cosy and I just love the art style. I really do love everything about it. So as I've said before, I genuinely will continue to record and play this, even if nobody watches, because I'm really enjoying it myself. I spoke about this before, I have played other Harvest Moon games, but none of them hold a candle to this one for me, they really don't. There is, of course, the kind of remake of this, or soft reboot, I like to think, which is Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town. And I have played it on the Switch, I do have it on the Switch. I haven't given it a fair chance, to be honest, because I just didn't like the changes that they made. But this, of course, made changes from Harvest Moon 64, so... you know, these things do happen. But this one is my favourite. So, sorry for that big ramble while we finish off the festival there. So what are we going to do now after the end of the festival? I'm not entirely sure myself. Oh, we're heading out. Ah, we do have to go to the bin in the square to get rid of the rubbish that we fished up. So that's what we're doing now. For some reason I've kept hold of that flower, I'm not sure why entirely. I don't know why I decided to keep a flower there. And it looks like we're off back fishing for a little bit. And another speed up here, of course. Now this is a little bit of a mistake too, because we haven't put the horse back in the stable yet, and there's a hurricane tomorrow. So again, we fished up nothing but rubbish. So I probably wouldn't have gone back fishing again, if in retrospect. And we're off again, look. I'm not entirely sure why I chose to do this. Like I say, watching these back in retrospect, because it's not something you normally do. You normally play games and you don't watch footage back. When you're recording it, it's so funny to watch your own gameplay back, because half the time I'm thinking, what are you doing? But again, we didn't fish up any fish, and it's 10 past 11 in the game. And we haven't got the horse in the stable yet, so hopefully, are we off to the farm? Yes, we are. We are heading back to the farm. So again, we do cover 5 days in this episode, so it is a little bit longer, at around 41 minutes. So I hope that's okay for you guys. And we do speed up again here, but that wasn't too bad, getting the horse into the stable that time. But as you can see, it's 12:30 at night, so we do need to go to bed and end off day 1. But yeah, I think this is the first time we've done 5 days in one episode. As you can see, we can't watch the telly because it's too late. I'm going to see about continuing to do 5 days in one episode, just so this is a little quicker for you guys. So now you'll see what happens when there's a hurricane in summer. So as you can see, the whole house is shaking. Sorry if you can hear any noise there, that's my bunny rabbit. I say that most of the time. We can't watch the television. And we try to go outside, but you literally can't. So all you can do, as we do, is go back to bed. So unfortunately, a whole waste of a day. You literally can't do anything and your crops can die. So we're straight on to day 3, and we do have a birth today. So it's technically, even though it's 5 days in this episode, it's technically 4, because that second day really doesn't count. And we decide to name this chick Storm, because of course he would have been born yesterday in the storm. Or she, I guess. I guess all the chickens are she's in this game. So yes, we have Storm there. And I think that takes us to 4 chickens, 4 or 5, I'll have to double check. So luckily tomorrow the weather is good. Unfortunately we will lose some eggs because we couldn't feed the animals. We're checking the news again. I do cut out a few segments where we check the news because it is exactly the same, so I do cut it out. And what is this? We have a heart event for Potpourri. So what does she do? She gives us an egg that a hen Bagak laid this morning. Bagak, that's quite funny. So what do we do for this heart event? Well, you'll see how it progresses as we go along. What should you do with this egg? Let's wait and see. So we check the mailbox and we do have a notification from Doug. And we're coming on to another speed up here, because we are of course going to water the farm. So we only have 4 crops at the moment. Unfortunately, we did lose 1 pineapple, as you can see, which is a real shame. So I don't know whether I should have held off on planting them. But so yeah, mistakes were definitely made. But losing 1 is better than, well, any more than 1, isn't it? So, you know, it's a shame that, because that's quite a bit of money. But we only lost 1, which could have been a lot worse. So we're pushing the horse out now, getting him out. After all the trouble it took me to get him in. And I suspect we'll be carrying on watering, will we? Or have we done? Have we done all watering? Yeah, we have. Okay. So we're grabbing the honey and the fish food, as always, and heading straight into the hen house. Now we do have eggs today, or an egg today. What are we going to do with Potpourri's egg? We are, of course, going to incubate it. Wait, do we have an egg? I thought we did have an egg today. Yep, there we go. So we do have that 1 egg today. Unfortunately, we won't get any eggs tomorrow in game. So we're just going ahead and feeding everybody. Our hen house is definitely growing. Now might be a good time to talk about our goals for summer. I did speak about them last week. Oh, we do have 2 eggs, sorry. We will not get 2 eggs tomorrow. We won't get any eggs tomorrow. Yes, now might be a good time to talk about our goals for summer. So our summer goals are to get the largest backpack upgrade, to get the first house upgrade, and to get at least a cow or a sheep. Preferably more, but we'll see how it goes. So we couldn't pick up a flower, unfortunately, but we do have one handy in our backpack, don't we? So we're going to go ahead and give that to Anne. Should have given it to Potpourri, really, but never mind. But this is why we didn't give it to Potpourri, because it is the 3rd, and we're giving her honey because it's her birthday. That makes sense now why we didn't give the flower to Potpourri, because we gave her a birthday present instead. Now, when we're a little bit set up more with money and whatnot, we will be wrapping the birthday presents. But for now, we just give them like that. So, as usual, we're giving our egg to the Harvest Goddess. Again, apologies if you can hear a lot of background noise. My bunny is running around like mad. Doing lots of binkies. So, heading back to the farm. What are we going to do today? I would say it's a good day to go and get some crops, wouldn't you? And we do have to keep that spar-boiled egg for tomorrow because we're not going to get any eggs tomorrow. And it might be someone's birthday. So I do believe we're heading up to the shop to get some seeds, which is absolutely a good idea. Like I say, the pineapple seeds take an incredibly long time to grow, but when they do grow, they are well worth it. We're just checking our money, 2,570 Gs there. Now, at one point, I will probably exclusively only grow pineapples in the summer, but we are grabbing some different types of seeds because I don't think I've spoken about this at all during this playthrough. Each season, there is technically like a hidden bag of seeds. So if you, I don't know how to say this. If you ship 100 of each type of seed that's available for that season, then you can get some special seeds. And that was a really convoluted way of saying that. I'm sorry. You'll see as we go. So we decided to get 2 of each. So we got 2 tomato seeds, 2 corn seeds, and I believe we get 2 onion units as well. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I can't speak. Let me see if I can rephrase that eloquently. So as you can see, for summer, you can plant tomato, corn, onion, and pineapples. If you ship 100 of each, so 100 tomatoes, 100 corn, 100 onion, and 100 pineapples, then you do get a special seed, which I can't remember what it is for summer. I know strawberries is one of them. Pumpkin is one of them, and I can't remember the other one. Anyway, what we're going to do today, we're going to head down to the beach. Not entirely sure why. I think we're just seeing if Kai's there, and he's not. We're going to just pop and say hello to Kai. But we do have a lot of planting to do today, so I hope we hurry on to the farm and start planting. Now, as it is the first episode of summer, you will have to let me know in the comments. Do you prefer the spring music or the summer music? You'll have to let me know. Now, here we go. Hang on, what are we doing? Right, hang on. What's going on here? So we've got to speed up. We are planting the tomatoes. And, hang on, where are we going? What's happening here? We're going to mine for some reason. I have no idea why I did this. And now we're back out. Hang on, what's happening here? I love to figure myself out sometime, but I really can't. What do we... Oh, see, so there's the rocks on the farm. I have a feeling we're going to go and try and upgrade the hammer, but we can't do that today because it's a Thursday, and the blacksmith isn't open on a Thursday, and it takes 3 days anyway. Is that what we're trying to do? Are we trying to go and upgrade the hammer? Oh dear. We're just sorting out the crops anyway. At least we bring them with us. I think a big mistake is about to be made here, I really do. So I think, yeah, we're attempting to go and have the hammer upgraded. But it's a Thursday, the blacksmith's is closed. So, I have no idea what was running through my mind there. Hopefully I just carry on planting the crops. Yeah, so we do have another speed up. I'm going to carry on planting, and yet another 2 mistakes were made here. So I planted the onions up there, and we're going to lose one because of that big rock. And we're also going to lose a corn because of the other rock up at the top. So what is wrong with me? I don't know. I've made a few mistakes here, I really have. Oh, that's the bunny rabbit again, just pottering about. I wish you could go back and just sort of sort your own mistakes out. Not how life works, I'm afraid. So yeah, there are a few mistakes that have been made, but never mind. So I think with that, we should probably head to bed. Is that what we're going to do? We have planted everything. And we might see about getting some help with the farm at one point. So yeah, we are going to watch the telly. Now this, I've said this before in previous episodes, this is supposed to be about wrestling. But that guy on the telly, to me, is clearly doing something like baseball or American football. Not wrestling, is he? He's not wrestling. Who's he wrestling with, himself? So I think this might have been a lost in translation or something, because obviously this game is translated from Japanese. Because that's clearly not wrestling, is it? And of course we have our lovely Farmer Fran. What are we discussing today? Oh, do you know what? While I'm recording, there's a bit of tea, actually. I think there's a massive argument going on outside. You might be able to hear it. It's typical when you're trying to record, isn't it? Absolutely typical. Hopefully you can't hear that. Anyway, we're heading to bed and we're going to move straight on to day 4 of summer. Only 2 more to go in this episode. So we're checking the weather as always, and again it's nice and sunny tomorrow. We do have a birthday today. Oh my goodness, it is actually kicking off outside. Oh, what do we have here? Hopefully you can't hear that. And it's Barley telling us that May is missing. Oh no! So we need to go and look for her today. Now I obviously have played this before, so I know where she is, so I don't fret too much. But poor little May is missing, so nothing has come in the mail. It's probably going to be a speed up here while we sort the farm out. Yes, there is, so we're just doing a bit of watering. We probably won't get it all done. Still gutted we lost a pineapple seed, but never mind. So how much watering are we going to get done this morning? A fair bit, to be fair. So we miss out 3 plots there. And we just waste a fish food. Lovely. Grab the honey as well, of course. And straight into the hen house, one would assume. Oh no, we're going to do the watering can first. And unfortunately, I look around as if a miracle's going to happen. There is no eggs today because of the hurricane. Basically, that's because we didn't get to feed the animals, which is why you can call on the harvest sprites to feed them and you won't lose out on any produce. It's not too bad for us, because we just lose 2 eggs, which is not ideal, but it's not too bad. And of course, Potpourri gave us an egg. So it's not too horrendous, but when you've got a full farm of animals, so cows, sheep and chickens, and a hurricane happens and you haven't got help from the harvest sprites, that is horrendous. That's really, really bad. When you have the hothouse as well, it can destroy the hothouse. There are storms in summer and winter in this game, so we'll have to see if we get a storm in winter. Now I should have spoke to these 2 because it's quite unique dialogue, because obviously May is missing and I didn't, which is a shame. So we're going to go ahead and give our flowers to the girls. And we are still holding on to a spar-boiled egg and a copper ore, so are we going to do something with those today? I assume we will. Now Potpourri's heart level hasn't changed yet. I don't think anybody's heart level has changed yet. So we are going to not give anything to the Harvest Goddess today, unfortunately, because we don't have anything to give her. So, unfortunately, the woodcutter's house is locked. We do need to be here for somebody's birthday. So it's not Gott's. And it's not Louie's birthday. It's actually Harris, the policeman's birthday. So we go in, but we can actually see him coming, so we move straight back out again. And we're going to give him the spa-boiled egg. Happy birthday, Harris. So, fingers crossed, but we haven't missed a birthday in this playthrough thus far. So now we're heading back to the farm. I assume we're going to finish off the watering that we didn't get to do. Yes, we are. I'm getting a little bit tired. Oh, there's the horse. We're going to say hello. Will we miss him entirely? There we go. So, what are we going to do for the rest of the day? Well, we've got to harvest. No, we haven't got to harvest. We've got to ship these. And we're heading off the farm. Because I assume we are going to go and get the hammer upgraded. So this is our second tool upgrade of the playthrough. The first upgrade was the axe. This is the second. And of course we can only go to a copper, unfortunately. The hammer, in my opinion, is the hardest one to upgrade by far. You'll see why when we go. So that's going to take 3 days. So off we pop, we get kicked out. And where are we headed now? Well, we know that May is missing. I do know where she is. So what are we doing? Looking around the square? The women are there, we're going to talk to them? No, we're not. We're going to ignore them. So I think that we should be going to speak to the harvest sprites. Should we see if we do that? Yes, it looks like we do. So this takes a little bit of time, but we are going to ask some of the harvest sprites for their help. We're not going to ask all of them. I think I have explained the harvest sprite mechanic before, but in brief, they can help you on your farm. It's going to tell you what they can do. So they can harvest the fields, water the fields, or take care of the animals. We are going to choose water the fields. And how long do we want them for? 1 day, 3 days, or a week. So I always go for a week. So they're going to be helping me water my fields now. So we're just checking their disposition and everything else, because they do work harder and better when you have more hearts, when they like you more. And there's also a sort of hidden mechanic to the harvest sprites, where the more times you ask them to work, the better they are at it. So we only choose 3 of them today, because you can ask all 7 to work on your farm, but we're choosing the 3 that have the highest amount of hearts towards us. So that is, I forgot their names now, but dark blue, purple and light blue are the 3 that we ask. And we are going to ask all 3 to water the fields, because we can do the rest of the work, obviously. Now again, it's worth keeping an eye on them and helping them out. Don't leave them to do all the work themselves, because, like I say, there's a hidden mechanic, and if you don't have full hearts, they're not going to do as good a job. So we only recruit the 3 this time. So we have 3 harvest sprites to help us water for a week. Again, we're just going to check. Yep, so it's Stayed, Bold and Aqua that we have, helping us water for a week. So you can have all 7, but I didn't see the point at this stage. Will we have all 7 at one point though? Most definitely. So what are we doing? Going to the hospital? No, we are going to the supermarket. I can't quite remember what we buy, but I assume we're getting more seeds. The argument outside seems to have stopped, by the way. Don't know why I'm whispering. So what are we doing? I'm not sure. I hope we don't get grass. No, we do end up buying corn, I believe. Let's have a look. I can't remember. What are we doing? What are we doing? Yep, we're going to get 1 unit of corn. I think that's it. That's all we can really afford. Yeah, 1 more corn. So I assume we're going to go back to the farm and plant that. Now remember, we are still on the hunt for May, the little girl who's missing. Now there's a really loud motorbike. It's always when you're recording, isn't it? So, yep, I assume we're going to plant this last one. Yeah, so here's a speed up while we go ahead and plant the other corn that we bought. Now, corn and tomatoes are, what do you call it when they keep growing? What's that word? Corn and tomatoes are replenishable? No, that's not the word. When they keep growing and you get multiple harvests out of the one. I've lost the word, you know. The onions are not. So the onions are one-time pickage. And the corn and the tomatoes are renewable? No, that's not right either. I can't think of the word. Anyway, we've come to the beach for some reason. I'm not going to say why. But we do have a bit of a speed up here while we wait. So we're just going to stand here for a little bit. It will make sense in a moment. I have sped this up quite a lot, so you don't have to stay and watch me stand there for ages. But we've come down to the beach. It's 6 o'clock. As you can see, the time has gone from the screen because this is where you do find May. Oh, thank goodness, there she is. So the right thing to do here is listen to her story, which is exactly what we're going to do. Really sad, bless her. She misses her mum. We don't actually know what's happened to May's parents, I don't think. As far as we know, they just sort of abandoned her to live with Grandpa. I can't remember if there's any more story than that. But I do think she was just abandoned, which is awful. I don't know if her parents are still alive, I'm not sure. But really sad. So we have reunited May and Barley, thank goodness. She's so sweet. And we decided to just say hello to the cows and sheep. The cows here are always healthy. And the sheep here are always fluffy. Lovely, healthy and fluffy, just what you want. So I guess we're heading back to the farm now. And I can't imagine what's left for us to do, to be honest. I'm guessing nothing, because I think we're going home. Yep. So, as always, we're going to watch the telly and move straight on to day 5 of summer, and that will be our last day for this playthrough. So we have, oh lovely, Mechabot Ultra. Can't stand it. I've said before, I'm not really a mech person at all. There was that Robot Wars on the telly. Is Robot Wars still going, by the way? It wasn't for me. Find it boring. I mean, props to the people who make these incredible things. Honestly, props to them. And if you love it, I'm so glad you do. Just not for me. I feel like I've said that before. I am sorry if I keep repeating myself in these episodes. I don't record them all at once, obviously, so I do forget what I've already said. So, life on the farm. Remember what we were talking about yesterday? No, I ain't got a clue. Oh, it's about cooking. Just explaining what happens when you get the phone. Well, you don't get a phone, but when you get the house upgrade. The inn has the phone. We'll look at some of this a bit later on in future episodes. There's a lot more to get through, a lot more to look at. It's quite a slow start, obviously, so when we are up and running, it'll be hopefully a lot better for you guys. So, nice and sunny again tomorrow. This is our final day of the episode. I did do a bit of a jump cut there, and you can see our 3 harvest sprites. I did a jump cut because I watched the news again, but it's literally just the same. So, are we going to help them? Not at the moment. We're going to go and grab the honey and feed the fish, as always. See how they get on their own, and then we'll come back and see what we need to do. As you can see, I think that's the tomatoes. They've started growing already. So we decided to take a long jaunt around the farm to see if we can find the horse. A little bit pointless this when you've got the whistle. And we don't end up finding the horse this time round anyway. So a bit pointless that. So I think we're going to head to the hen house. And yay, we do have eggs today. Thank goodness for that. Now, I think I rectify this in future episodes, but we really should be feeding the chickens and then picking up the eggs. That's the more logical thing to do. For some reason, I pick up the eggs first, and I have no idea why. It's a pointless thing to do. And remember, we still have the egg that Potpourri gave us incubating. We're just checking how much hen food we have. Hen food? Chicken feed? And like I've said, this episode is a little bit longer, so I hope you're okay with that. We might be getting 5 days per episode. We'll have to just wait and see for that one. So, heading straight off the farm. As I've said, in winter in this game, especially winter year 1, there's not a great deal to do in terms of farm work, so we'll probably be doing a lot more days per episode when we get to winter. In fall/autumn, I have no idea because it's such a busy season in this game, as you'll see. But I am getting a bit ahead of ourselves. We're only on day 5 of summer. So, giving the flowers to the girls as always. Has Anne's heart level changed yet? No, it hasn't. She's still purple. Has Potpourri's? Let's have a look. Is she still blue? Yep, she's still blue. Yep. So we're going to grab the grass. We're going to put 1 egg in the hothouse as a spa boiled, or hot springs. And we're going to give the 2nd egg to the harvest goddess. So we're really not making that much money at the moment in summer. We probably shouldn't be doing this, to be honest, but never mind. And we're going to have another speed up here because I think I decided to do some wood cutting. While the sprites are helping me, I've got a lot of time, so why not? And again, there's going to be another speed up because I think we do these ones as well. Yes, we do. And I say you've seen the mechanics of this before, so I do think speeding up is the best way to do this. So, we haven't seen the horse yet today. And another speed up because we decided to do some cleaning up on the farm, which is a little bit pointless, but never mind. Makes the farm look good, doesn't it? So we decided to do some weeding. We haven't seen the horse yet, so hopefully we get to see the horse soon. So we don't really have any money to get any seeds, so quite a slow day today. We're just shipping the last 3 things we have to ship. And we're going to carry on. But we do see the horse, look. There we go. We've said hello to Binky. We are going to carry on weeding. As I say, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of money to do anything else, which is a shame. And now we're going to finally help the harvest sprites with the watering. But they've done a really good job on their own. So we're just going to help them finish it off. And are we heading to bed? No, we're not. We're heading out of the farm. So I'm not entirely sure what we're doing. I think we're trying to see if an event will pop. So we are heading up to the inn. Because there is a random event that happens at the inn in summer. So will it happen? Not this time. So while we're here, we're going to get something from Doug. And he's going to think we are absolute cheapskates. Because we've gone for another water. I'm not wasting any money while we haven't got it. So we've just had another free water from Doug. I think that's our 3rd or 4th free water since we've lived in the village. We've not bought anything else from him. He probably hates us. Could you imagine walking all the way to your local inn, get some water and leave? He probably hates us. Anyway, we are heading back to the farm now. So we are pretty much wrapping this episode up. Of course, we are going to watch the telly as normal. Now, the Saturday television channel, I should say, changes when you get the house upgrade. But at the moment, it's What's Your Passion, which I'm finding absolutely exhilarating. I'm really not. But yes, anyway, so this ends off. Oh, we have Walnut City now. So we had Flower something City something Flower City last week, and now we have Walnut City. I'll have to see if they are actually in Harvest Moon canon. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. So marks our first episode of summer. I hope you don't mind having 5 days in one. Technically it was 4 because of the hurricane. And I am really, really enjoying this playthrough. I hope you are too. I know it's a slow start in your first year, but as we get there, it should pick up quite a bit. This, talking to slow starts, what is going on here? So we're now going to finish off with good old Farmer Fran. What's she talking about this time? That cooking. Which we will see at one point during this playthrough, the cooking mechanic. Because we are trying to 100% everything. So yes, once again, we are wrapping up here. So thank you very much for watching this playthrough. It really does mean the world to me, all your engagement in this series and everything else on my channel, really. So thank you for watching. See you next week. Bye, Embers.